Hey guys, welcome back to FlowPoint Television. I'm Marcus Brown. I'm here with Rob Hazelwood. We're going to recap the Open Women's Slalom Final of the 2021 World Championships. Okay, let's take a look at the slalom leaderboard from the preliminary rounds. There's a lot of big names, a big cut, 1.539 to make the finals, but there's some names missing. Rob, who did we not see in the finals?
I mean, the first one noticeably is Brooke Baldwin. She was skiing really well this season. She's had a fantastic year and just made a little bit of a mistake coming in here, big amount of slackline all the way through, trying to fight her way through it, but just got too down course. A lot of slack flying around there.
Paige Reaney.
Yep, here's another one. Paige Reaney really messed up here. She's been looking so good all season, an uncharacteristic fall, and yeah, it's a shame to see, but it can happen to the best of us.
It's the World Championships. Here's Chelsea Mills. She's had a nagging ankle injury that she hasn't really healed yet.
It's been 2 months. She hasn't stopped skiing. She's been working for this Worlds the whole way through. She did a great job to run 38, but just couldn't quite get it together on 39.
Check out this 11.25. This is maybe one of the cleanest of the prelims from Jamie Metcalf. She's been strong the last couple of years. What, a third place at the World Championships 2 years ago?
Yeah, so strong and just really looking dominant, and just got caught up there at 5, and that was the end of it. But like I say, one of the best 38s of the tournament up to the end, and the best crash there.
All right, so this is the Open Women's start list for the 2021 World Championships. Some familiar names. We're kicking off with Bree Carter, a girl from Tennessee that made the Masters for the first time this year.
She had a really great start to the season, making it in the LCQ.
This is her first Worlds, and she looked pretty strong here in the finals.
Back on the water, here is Bree Carter, and it is 11 meters. This is 38 off, and she's gonna need a great start here. She's got it. She's got a good, strong number 1. Reach big at number 2. A lot of spray in the face, but she's still on time. Can she dig it in here as the pass gets towards the end? Oh, she's going to do it.
Oh,
there's 6 boys.
11.25 meters under a bell. Fantastic skiing there.
Bree Carter here, 39 off. She's just going to go for it here. In the prelims, she just had to qualify. Now she can just absolutely go for it. She gets around 2 and a big tumble. Oh, that's going to be a judge's call whether she got that ski around number 2 that time.
I'm sure that was a close call for the judges. Here we go. Look at that. That's the aggression that we like to see. And just inside of it. And again, challenging for the best crash there. That was...
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Crowd pleaser, but that's not what she wanted. I still think she's going to be happy at the end of it with such a killer performance in her first Worlds.
Yeah, first Worlds. That's an amazing performance.
All right, up next, Elizabeth Montavon.
Here we go. This is Elizabeth Montavon right here, right now, 11.25 meters.
Yes, this is a must-run pass here for Elizabeth as she comes in. Round number 1, big number 1, sits on the back of the ski, gets across to 2. Strong tight line at 2, and she is on time. Like I said, the first round, she killed this pass. Oh, a little hard at number 4, and that's it.
Oh, my
a little
word.
too much, Tony. She looked great 1, 2, and 3. Hooked up strong at 4 and just couldn't quite maintain that position, and that was it.
You can see Elizabeth there, really emotional at not making this finals, but this is her prelims. She made a really gutsy move to turn this 2-ball in the prelims, and you can see there, she knew that she'd maybe made a mistake, but she managed to just squeak into that finals.
Next competitor up on the water from Australia is Vanessa Veek.
Try it. Yeah. 13-meter pass. Bit of a formality here for Vanessa. A nice little smooth warm-up pass to get her bearings on her ski and get herself warmed up. But it's a very tight number 2, and she does a very good job. Oh my goodness!
Oh my word! That was this is a bigger shock than the one we just saw from Elizabeth Montavon.
Yeah, it's a tough break for Vanessa. She's had a killer year, breakout year actually, coming out of nowhere, and she had a kicker issue in this final round, but this is the prelims, shows how strong of a skier she is. That's 5-ball at 11.25, and she has a heck of a performance to get into the finals in her first World Championships ever.
Yeah, she's been really on form this season and looking strong. Look, you can see her in the prelims, happy to be in the finals and looking strong.
Up next, Allie Nicholson.
All right, let's do it.
11.25. She's been running this pass very, very consistently. We've seen some upsets from their last 2 competitors, though. One fell short here at 11. It's still a lot of pressure. Let's see what she can do.
One of 6 skiers in the field to tie with 2 at 10.75 meters. This is 11.25 meters now. Good strike there off of number 4 into number 5, and our second skier to get through 11.25 minutes is Ali Nicholson.
Ali Nicholson, another woman that has been on absolute fire this year. She's made every single final since Swiss Pro and just really been super, super consistent. I mean, look at this, looking really strong through this 38.
Yeah, she took 2 months off of nursing before this Worlds to try to prepare, and I know she had her heart in it going to this event, and it paid off. She made it here in the finals, and she just got through the 11.25 meter line in the finals of her first World Championships ever.
She did a great job to get through that.
Let's see what she can do on 10.75 meters. It all rests on the entrance gate into number 1.
Oh. So we saw it right there, the hands go up. She's not happy with that performance, but she was going for it. That was a super strong gate. Maybe overcooked it a little bit, got a bit excited, really wanted to nail number 1 ball. We watched this gate again. Gets that shoulder down. She's so strong through the wakes, but maybe generated a little bit too much speed. Went past 1 a little bit, lost the line, and couldn't quite hold on to that. The hit coming out of number 1.
At this moment in time, looks like having Bree Carter right at the top at this moment.
This is 11.25, Tony.
All right, in this 5-star event of the WaterSki Pro Tour, if she can get in 4th place on higher, then she'll move up the rankings and take 5th place away from current holder of that position, Sam Demala. Here she comes, Karen Truelove. That's number 4. That's number 5, and look at her go around buoy number 6. Let's give it up for her, please.
Yes.
Karen Truelove at 11.2.
Well done, Karen Truelove. I tell you what, that was a very, very solid 38 off pass. That's going to be some confidence building going into this 39.
There's one score that's immediately above her at this time, and that is half a buoy at 10.75 meters, and then there's 1.5 also on that same line length by Bree Carter. Here she comes, Karen Truelove, number 1. Oh, look at that. Oh, and she goes down and she ties the score. No, she actually goes ahead of Bree Carter with 1.5 at 10.75 meters, and that is courtesy of Karen Truelove.
And Karen Truelove, you can see she's just been on fire this season again. She's been so consistent. I don't think I've seen her miss a 38 once. Just really kind of showing that. I mean, look at that one boy. Really nice, strong start.
It's a great start, Rob, and you know what? I think Karen's been skiing Worlds for nearly 3 decades, and like you said, she's always one of the most consistent skiers.
Yeah, that's 6 years before I was born, so she's been around, she knows what to do.
Our next skier to hit the water is going to be Alicia Bagnali. She qualified into the women's slalom final out of Series 3 in the elimination round.
Yeah, she is having the tournament of her life here, I think.
She's through 14, 13, and 12. Now this is 11.
The must-run pass, Tony, must-run pass if she wants to have any sort of chance in this slalom final. This is our first slalom final of the 2021 World Championships. Alicia coming into number 1. That's a better number 1, better start for her. Big number 2, a little bit of a stop start though. She's down course at 3, ropes it in, still turning 4. Unfortunately, that's all she wrote there for Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia looking really good. I know she wanted more, but she's the only skier from Series 3 to actually make the finals. So I know she's got to be happy with that. And yeah, I don't know, Rob, what do you think? She's looking actually not bad out of 2.
Yeah, this was like Kyle said, this is actually in the prelim she set an Italian record with 2 at 39, and she has been putting in a ton of work behind the scenes with TWBC to bring us this awesome footage. And yeah, I'm sure she's happy with that prelims. I know she wanted more, but she'll be back.
Skier on the water now. This is Samantha Dumala.
It's her 11-meter pass. She's got a slight headwind coming in to number 1 and a tight line turn. Tony, what do you think?
Liking what she's doing out there and just trying to stay on pace with the course on 11.25 meters, keeping the ski ahead of her and keeping it moving. There's number 5, there's number 6. That is a 6 buoy count, 11.25 meters.
And here we go with Samantha coming in on that same pass. Can she take the lead? She's going to need a big number 1, which she has. A little bit of loose line, but she's got a good strong lean. Can she hook up at 2? Yeah, she's got a piece of 3. She's still going. 3 buoys unofficially, 3 at 10.75.
Yeah, Sam Him showing a really strong move at this 39. And this is actually, she just started med school this season, so she's had a super busy year, but she's been skiing really well at the pro tournaments that she's managed to make it to.
Yeah, her worst finish this year was a 5th place out of 4 pro events, and she's looked really strong. I think that maybe the world's nerves got to her a little bit, but I don't know, man. She could have got down the rope. I've seen her get down the line.
Yeah, we've seen her get down it this year, but I'm sure 3 at 39, it's been kind of an average score for her this year, but again, she'll be back for many worlds.
So we're looking around the dockside right now. A few of our competitors getting limber for their returns out there on the water. We've got Jamie Bull about to ski. And on the water at this time is Hannah Ederbach.
Watch Hannah come through here at 38 off. She's got a pretty good one ball. She got through this pass in the prelims again. One of those skiers tied up that 2 at 39. Tight number 3, ducks around number 4, and it's all over. We've seen quite a few skiers come unstuck here at number 4 ball. A lot of pressure as they get down the end of the lake.
So Hannah Ederbach here coming in. This is actually her first pro tournament of the season. She's been a busy woman, so not managing to make it on the tour. But she had a really strong showing in the prelims, and actually her best score this season in a rankings tournament was 3 at 38. So really putting out a big score to make it into this finals. And I'm sure she's a little bit annoyed. She had a good start at this 38 here, but just not quite getting it together at the finish, eh?
So we're basically down to the big 4. If you saw the Malibu final a few weeks ago, all 4 of these ladies ran 10.7 in the final. We don't have a big score on the board right now. We've got a 3 at 10.7. It looks as if Whitney is here, so we're going to see which one of these final 4 takes the champs.
Like Wade said, we're on to that top 4, the big 4, the girls that are running 39 consistently. Jamie Bull, she's in the top spot of that Pro Tour leaderboard. She has really come of age in the last couple of years. She's done very, very well as a junior in the under 21s, but now starting to make a big impact in the pros. And a few events, a few titles under her belt, and she'll be aiming for one more. This one she hasn't got yet. The remaining 3 skiers all have a title, all have a world champions title under their belt, but she definitely wants to take a piece of this Open Worlds. And here she comes in. She scored 3 at 39 off, and that's our current lead. Let's see if she can surpass it in this final.
All right, here we go. This is Jamie Bull. Entrance gates buoy number 1, the top score in the lead right now. It's 3 at 10.75 meters by Samantha Dumoulin.
Here we go, Tony. I think we could see it here. She's got a great number 5, pulls all the way to number 6.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. She's pumped. That's it. That's our first 39. Guys, get behind her. Give her a round of applause. Those on site here. What a fantastic performance. She scored 3 on that pass in the prelims, but we know she was just taking it a little bit easy. Now she's unleashed a full 6 buoys, 10.75, and she's got a personal best of, I think, 2 at 41, which is this next pass. And she's got 3 skiers remaining that can all do about the same.
And this actually represents the podium target as well, because for our remaining skiers to guarantee themselves a spot on the podium right from the get-go, they have to exceed the score.
Like a little bit of a hit off number 5 there on this replay, but gets back into it. There was no question, there was no way she wasn't going to make it across. Pulled very super strong, and a big fist pump there as she went out the gates. Here it is. The all extremely difficult 10.25, 41 off. Let's see if she can get a full 2. That would be a great score to post. This all comes down to the gates. She's got her offside here. She hooks up. This is good. She's a strong pull across the 2. She gets around it. Can she take the slack? That's a full 2, boys. Wow, guys, this is going to get very exciting here.
Not only that, but that's also a tie for the U21 Women's Slalom World Record.
Yeah, take a look at this, Rob. I mean, 41 off in the finals. Jamie always seems to perform for the finals, and she's pretty tight off of 1. Probably not quite as good as she wanted, but she gets it done. She gets around 2. She gets back to the wakes, and I mean, that's a huge score with three women remaining.
I know, speaking to her, she wanted to turn 2, but as soon as she realized how narrow she was, she was kind of stuck there. But I mean, get this, her worst placement this year. She's done all but one professional tournament this summer, and her worst placement is a second, which is absolutely insane. It shows how dominant she's been this year. And she's won 4 tournaments. So, I mean, just amazing skiing, such a dominant performance. And all of this while she's a full-time student at college. So, great stuff to see.
Unreal.
So there you see the change in the leaderboard. 2 at 10.25 meters by Jamie Bull.
All 3 remaining skiers have some titles under their belt, have some world championship titles under their belt, and have the creds to get through a piece of 2 at 41. Only one of those skiers has got past 2, I believe. I believe it's only Regina that's got a piece of 3 at 41. So it's an interesting little stat there.
And the remaining 3 skiers have accounted for 7 world titles. 1 for our next competitor, 2 for Whitney McClintock, and 4 in total for Regina Jaquist. And that just gives you the level of quality that we're about to see with the remaining 3 athletes about to take to the water. Starting off with our defending world slalom champion from 2019 in Putrajaya in Malaysia, representing France, this is Manon Costard. She is looking to make sure that 39.5 off is under her belt.
Here it is, it's Manon Costard coming in. She's got a tailwind here, 11.25. This is not going to phase her though. She is quite capable of navigating through this pass. A nice tight number 2 and 3, and very easy around 4 and 5. Easy pass, setting it up. So most of these skiers, Tony, you know, on their harder pass, like a little breath of a headwind, not too much, but just to help keep that rope tight as they come through the backside of the buoy, gives you a little bit more confidence to turn hard because you know you got the support from the boat at the exit of the turn. Now here we go. This is 39 off, 10.75. This is the money pass here for Manon. It's a must run to get on that, or to take the lead from Jamie Bull or Elise Tyre. She's got a strong 2, a little bit on the backside of the ski. Tight number 3. She's on time here at 4. A little bit of a loose line. She's got back, stretches around 5, and that's it. 4.5. It's not going to be enough, Tony. 4.5 at 39. I thought she was going to do it, but couldn't quite hold on.
I mean, Manon here, you can see how narrow she is into this one here at 39. A little bit of a head breeze coming in. I think she did a fantastic job to get as far down the pass as she did. Really getting not a strong hook up, but she's there, she's going. She keeps on fighting, and that's the best thing about Manon. She just keeps on fighting through this pass.
Yeah, she's the reigning world champion, and she's no stranger to pressure. And she hasn't won a pro tournament this year, but she's been on the podium 6 times. So I expected her to get through that pass, and you can see, as well as I was, she was surprised right there.
She's been so close, but again, she'll be back for many more worlds to come.
Next competitor to take to the water, and this is probably one of the stories of the World Championship so far there, Kyle.
Oh, definitely, definitely. It's great to see Whitney is in the water, ski is on, and she feels ready to compete, which is amazing to see.
Yeah, Whitney had an unfortunate fall here in the prelims. Check this out, 41 off. She had the top score at this time. She was going for 2, and just ski release and unbelievable crash.
By far the worst slalom crash I've ever seen. I mean, she's lucky to be coming away walking. You can see her there, she just lost exactly where she was. Such a big impact, and just look at that eye. That is a painful one to see.
That's tough, for sure.
I'd want to be in Jamie Bull's shoes right now, sitting on the shore, waiting to see what these other girls can do. She's put the score up and letting Whitney and Regina chase it. And Whitney's got some work to do out here. She's looking good around number 1, coming into 2. Unfortunately, something's happened there at 2. She's given us a wave, guys. She's got out there for us. Give her a round of applause, everybody. Whitney McClintock, a valiant effort to be out there on the slalom ski today. I don't know quite what happened there. I think she just maybe came up a little bit short going into 2. You can tell she's had quite the injury to her face, and I'm sure all sorts of other parts of her body after that fall, and just feeling like she couldn't continue going into number 2. But a lot of respect for Whitney McClintock. Round of applause, guys.
Hey guys, we're in a very interesting situation. We saw Whitney, she's walking away. She went down. I overheard her say that she just didn't feel comfortable. And I just looked at her, one of her Canadian teammates, Stephen Naveau, Will Asher standing there. We all said, hey, if you don't feel comfortable, if you're out of balance, it is already a very dangerous sport, so she chose to go out there. She wanted to see what it felt like, and bless her heart, she's a former world champ, but we're going to see her back in the water real soon.
One of the greatest women's slalom skiers of all time, the current world record holder, 4-time world women's slalom champion. This is none other than Regina Jaquist.
All right, everybody on side here, if you are up on your feet here, giving Whitney a little bit of a cheer coming in, stay up on your feet here and cheer Regina Jaquist.
This is our final competitor. We've got Mario Pagozzi in the towboat doing an admirable job there at the helm of that Nautica towboat.
She's one of the toughest skiers around, one of the strongest athletes out there on the water. And here it is. This is the pass she needs to run, 10.75. She needs to get this job done. She does it day in, day out. She's done it so many times in her career, and hopefully we see another full pass here at 39 off. I know Jamie Bull will be watching this closely. A little bit of a hiccup there at number 1.
Who's going to run this one?
Massive 2. She's on time. Coming into number 4. Killer onside there, and she's making a lot of progress here. She's got round 5, and it is another 6, boys. How's that, Tony?
Wow.
Another completed pass at 39 off. Half a meter taken away from that tow line. And this extremely short 10.25, 41 off meter pass.
All right, then, here we go. This is Regina Jaquist for the win. She has got to get past number 2 and make a play on 3. This is at 10.25 meters. Look at her go around buoy number 1. Round number 2.
Oh, no!
She's on the back of the ski. And that means that your new World Women's Slalom Champion,
congratulations to Jamie Bull.
Bull.
Wow, congratulations, Jamie Bull.
Jamie getting hugs from the whole support crew. Wade, Will, JT, her man. It's just, it takes a team. And this is really cool to see some of her besties right here and really the elation on her face.
Skiing, like you say, it's such an individual sport, but there's a big team, and it's all backed by Jamie's incredible work ethic.
But we have a new champion.
Your brand new world champion for the first time ever with her score of 2 on 10.25 meters is Canada's Jamie Bull.
There she is, guys. Everybody on site and around the world watching. Congratulations to Jamie Bull.
I do think the best person won on the day, and she showed it. She put in the work, she did well, and it's great to see.
Let's go check in with Wade. He's with Jamie right now.
Geez, if there's ever a time for me to stay out of the way, it was sort of the last 2 minutes, watching the emotion, sort of a lot of father figures around the dock here. I love you like a little daughter, so you're sort of a home girl here, growing up at Travers, so we could already see the emotion, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be able to do it here at Jack's, like you said, this is like the place I came to Florida from Canada, and I've been really lucky to ski with the Travers crew and have them take me in like family, and they did an amazing job with this world. So, I mean, to win worlds anywhere is awesome. To win here is just, I don't know. I have no words right now.
So I sort of have a seat at the table, if you will, and you were inside. We were keeping you on ice in case there was a runoff. We were like, no, man, let's leave her alone. And then the emotions inside the locker room, we'll call it, with hugs from JT, from Marcus, from myself. What was that like in there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky, you know, the HO crew is awesome, and so being able to be in there, those guys have been super supportive throughout my entire career, and to kind of be able to share that with them, like sit there and hear it. Actually, we were watching the webcast because I was trying to like calm down and like get ready for a runoff, and the webcast was behind. And so we were sitting there, and then all I hear is Tony said she got around 1, and then all you hear is like my name being called as champion, and then everyone just was erupting in there, so it was super cool.
So multiple-time junior world champion, collegiate champion, and now world champ. Wow.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the bronze medalist and in third place from France, Manon Costard. In second place, and the winner of the silver medal from the United States of America, Regina Jaquist. And now presenting to you, your gold medalist is from Canada. Her name is Jamie Bull.
All right, Rob, what do you think about the final, dude? As you see the results there, 2 at 41 off from Jamie Bull. And I feel like that's one of the best women's slalom finals I've ever seen in any tournament. I mean, you got 6 of the 12 skiers had never skied a world's final, and only a few fell off early. And obviously, they're gonna be back hungrier the next year.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how far that women's slalom's come on in the last few years. I mean, that's an insane score to put out just to make the finals, but to have to run 39 to make second place is an absolutely insane score, and I'm excited to see where these tournaments go in the future.
It was really cool to have the World Championships at a site where you guys could actually ski, where the conditions were ripe, where everything was set up perfect, and hopefully it sets a precedent for future worlds.
You can see there Jamie at the end, she was getting choked up. You can see how much the world means to all of us skiers, and it's great to be able to have nothing stopping you from skiing. There's no excuses, there's no rollers, there's no wind, there's nothing. It's the best skier on the day and putting out exactly what they've trained to do, and it's fantastic to see.
It's our Olympics, it's our version of the Olympics, and that is the finals of the women's slalom event at the 2021 World Championships. Thank you for joining Rob and I here on FlowPoint TV. We'll see you next time.